Hello everybody, it's Paul Neeson with the Real Life Health Show, and I've been eating a raw food diet for a good amount of time now, and I'm sad to say that I know a lot of people that are eating a raw food diet and they're not thriving the way they should be thriving. When I first got into eating this way many years ago, I was under the impression that the raw food diet was a panacea, but I've come to a different conclusion now, because there's no panacea, including a raw food diet. And it doesn't matter how you're doing it, whether you're doing a high fat, high sugar, or anything like that. People are not thriving on raw. They're doing no better than people that are eating different ways. And I remember Dr. Fred Bishy telling me when I first got into this, he said, you know, how come raw foodists aren't lasting and surviving or living without disease any longer than people that are not? Because we know people that eat fried chicken and they drink alcohol and they just live like anything, and they eat anything, and they could live up to 100 years old sometimes. Other than Norman Walker, I never heard of a raw foodist living up to 100 years old. And yeah, I know some in their 70s and 80s now, but I know a lot of people that don't eat a healthy diet that are living in their 70s and 80s. So, you know, what's so special about a raw food diet if people aren't living longer? And some people will say, well, they're just not cleansing enough, or they're not detoxing enough. Well, still, there must have been somebody in history that did it and cleansed and detoxified, and it's just nobody's done it. So I just don't understand. You know, Norman Walker wrote a book about raw foods, but he included some animal products, some raw goat milk and things like this in his diet. But still, it's just not seeming to be working or doing what it's supposed to be. So that's the downside of it, supposedly. The upside is I've been on a raw food diet for a long time, and I'm actually 44 years old now, and I could say I have as much energy than I've ever had in my life. Physically now I could do a lot more things than other people who are my age. And you know, am I as fast as I was when I was younger, or do I not get pains like I used to not when I was younger after a workout or something? No, I'm getting older. I'm getting slight pains easier, and I'm not recovering as fast as I did when I was younger. So I'll take it that that's a natural part of aging. But I will say I have more energy now than I did when I was younger, or at least just as much. But when I can compare myself on a raw food diet to other people that are eating the standard American diet, it's not even close how much energy I have and how much strength I have compared to them. Not even close. So there is a big upside and advantage to the raw food diet. Now, as for how long we're going to live, who's going to live longer, who's going to go without a disease, I know two people, particularly good friends, that on a 100% raw food diet, actually three I'm thinking of now, 100% raw food diet for more than 15 years, and all three of them suffered from serious diseases. Everyone else I know that says they're on a 100% raw food diet, no, they haven't gotten diseases yet. They're not as old, but they're still, it remains to be seen. So there are advantages to a raw food diet, such as more energy, weight loss or weight gain, if that's what you want to do, and just being able to live and have a better quality of life. I'll give it that. The raw food diet, the raw vegan diet will help us have a better quality of life. There's no way possible. I've tried it. I've experimented with cooked food. I experimented with animal products. There's no way possible you're going to have a better quality of life than if you do a raw food diet the right way. And I'm not talking about including raw food, junk food, like raw food recipes and raw food candy bars as the majority of your diet. No, if you're living that way, that's a junk food diet. You're not going to thrive. But if you're eating a good raw food diet versus any standard American diet, you're going to have more energy and be able to do more if you take somebody, you know, in the same age category. Now, you most likely do better than most people younger than you. I mean, even now, not only do I have more strength and more fitness and energy than people my age, but I have more energy, strength, and fitness than people much younger than me. So that is the upside to the raw food diet. Now, are we going to live longer? Are we going to never get diseases? Many reasons why people begin the raw food diet. No, the raw food diet is not a panacea, and we are all possibly going to get something. But we need to focus on the quality of our life. And you don't have to be on a 100% raw food diet, but you need to make sure the majority of your diet consists of raw, ripe, fresh, organic fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. That's what's going to help you the most. Raw, ripe, fresh, organic nuts and seeds. Raw, ripe, fresh, organic fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. And by the way, nuts is a problem. Nuts is an issue because many raw foodists overdo nuts. And it's not necessarily the fat only that's the issue, but I believe eating food in season as close as possible. Yes, I do eat nuts all year, but I got to think, okay, first of all, when you go to buy a pound of almonds or a pound of even sunflower seeds, you go to the store, you can get this right out of the bin, but it would take you hours to shell a pound of almonds or a pound of Brazil nuts or something like this. So you have to think about these things when you're eating these things. In nature, could I ever get it like this? Can I ever do this in nature? Yeah, but you're going to have to work hard to make that happen, or at least wait a long time to make that happen. And so, a lot of raw foodists do overdo nuts, and that is an issue. As for fruit, fruit today is so much sweeter than it was years ago, and it's getting worse, not better. Why is that an issue? Well, if you're very active and you're exercising, you're burning that sugar, then that's okay. But if you're not, and it's not necessarily okay, because you still have to work really hard to maintain that, so it's creating a lot of stress and a lot of work that's not necessary, so maybe it's not okay. But the thing is, you still have to be active. Now, if you're eating all that and you're not active, then it's creating a problem. You're either going to burn the sugar you're taking in, or it's got to go, something your body has to do with it. And we got to remember, cancer cells cannot thrive in a proper environment. A proper environment of the body is a well-oxidated body. But most people, because of their diet, their lifestyle, and where they live and how they were brought up, do not have as much oxygen in the body as they need or should have, creating an environment for cancer cells to thrive and grow. And when we eat a lot of sugar, especially processed sugar, we're giving those cells something to eat off of or live off of. For example, they say when somebody has cancer and you give them chemotherapy, they say, well, not only are you killing the bad cells, you're also killing the good cells. Well, with sugar in your diet, and especially too much, not only are you feeding the good cells, but you're feeding the bad cells. So you have to be careful with that. And too much sugar, too many fruits, too much fat, too many nuts and seeds can create a problem. Now, how much is too much? Now, nobody should tell you what too much is, because it's different for every single person. It's an individualized thing. Depends on your lifestyle, depends on your health history, and so on. I could say we do know when too much is, because too much is too much. We got to remember the stomach is the size of our fist. If we sit down and we eat 15 mangoes, that is too much. Or if we eat 2 pounds of nuts, that's too much. But I think you know what I'm getting at, folks. So basically, the raw food diet, many advantages if you do it the right way, and it's what I recommend. If you're trying to recover from disease, it is the way to go, because it's the least stressful for the body. And what keeps the body is healthy is avoiding the stress, whether it's stress from food being digested or whether it's stress from something else. That's what's going to help the body is the most, is keeping the body stress-free or with as little stress as possible. Giving it the proper required amount of rest that it requires. And the more work you do, the more stress you have, the more it requires. Because of our days, the hours we don't have enough, we usually cut our sleep short, cut our healing short, big problem. But if we give ourselves time to do it the right way, we can be okay. So those are just some things I recommend. If you want some more great videos, long lectures by people who have been doing this for a long time and eating healthy and teaching this, go to my website. It's a member website, rawlifehealthshow.com. And you could actually, if you're not already a member, you could become a member. You could try it out for $1 for 3 days and check it out. And if you don't want to stay a member, $1 and you still got to see everything on the site. But if you stay a member, it's only like $5 a month or $6 a month, and it's worth it. You get 10% off things on my web store on rawlife.com, and that's not candy bars. That's like juicers and blenders, 10% off. I challenge you to find a better deal than that, with free shipping on my items as well. So I challenge you to find a better deal than rawlife.com. And if you have any questions or comments, post them below the videos. But the raw food diet, thumbs up if you're looking for a better quality of life or to recover from disease. neutral if you're looking to have a longer life or a life of never getting a disease. So those are my comments about that. Until then, everybody have a great day and a great raw life. Hello everybody, thank you for checking out my channel. If you want more videos, you can click subscribe here right now and you can be taken to my channel. If you want to check out my website, you can click here and you can go to my website. I want to thank you for checking us out. Stay safe, stay healthy, have a great day and a great raw life.